Steve Irwin busts through the door and wrestles me into a headlock. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. This little bugger stimulates reproduction up to 5 times a day, almost exclusively without a mate. You thought I was gonna do that accent, didn't ya? Hello there, my name's Robin. I'm not Australian, as you can clearly hear. Pangolins are cute because they always look like they're about to hesitantly present some bad news to their sovereign lord. Pardon me, sire. My liege, if I may. The prisoners, they've escaped. Is that not what they do? Wanted. Someone to climb into this hole in the library for us. Job requirements. Limber, trusting, has not read the cask of what? The cask of whom? LOL, you sipping from your little water bottle? Okay, dude. Enjoy your wah-wah bottle, baby. When I get thirsty, I get my wife to turn on the hose, and I stand 6 feet back and snap at the jet of water like a dog. I thought everybody did that. Do you guys not do that? Imagine a crab coming out of the sea pressuring you to kiss a girl you just met 2 days ago in a Jamaican accent. Yes, now imagine all of the creatures near you breaking out into song. Would you not feel that that is a sign from God that maybe you should listen? No, seriously. I'm just saying. Husbands, baby, I'll make dinner tonight. If you go get the ingredients, make the sides, season the meat, bring it to me outside, and then help me find my tongs and spatula, I'll grill and you can just relax. We'll watch whatever you want to tonight. My name is Mr. Perfect. Me regularly. Uses the same 3 things at home. Me packing for vacation. I wonder if I'll need 4 French horns or 5. And hey, don't forget to pack underwear like you're planning on shitting yourself twice a day while you're gone. What if you were having sex with your wife and randomly, just for maybe 1/60th of a second, she looked like Melvin, brother of the Joker? Well, a 60th of a second. Quite an interesting question. Honestly, I can't answer. I need someone who knows how to make a grilled cheese sandwich to help me play a joke on some squirrels. Meet me at noon, Saturday, at Kit's Underground Wine and Spirits, and we'll go to the park to wait for a squirrel to bury a nut. Then, when the squirrel isn't looking, we'll replace the nut with a sandwich. That'll blow his mind. Mother of God, he's even got wait, are those directions? I think they are directions, wow. Was there really no follow-up on this, are you kidding me? Me waking up at 6 p.m. with my charger around my neck, my phone at 2%, not remembering how I even fell asleep, my hair looking like I've had a fight with a squirrel, dehydrated, and my mom mad at me? Yeah, that one I can't really help you out with. I mean, I guess to be fair, I can't really help any of you out with any of this. Imagine getting in a cab, blacked out, trying to make it home, and you wake up with $3,000 in your pocket. You panic because you don't know how you got the money. 10 months later, you're watching TV and you see your drunk ass getting in the back of the cash cab and nailing all the questions. That would be interesting. Yeah, if I was a sickly little peasant boy, designated by the aristocracy to carry messages back and forth for pennies, and you found me against our city's outer wall with a deep wound in my chest from a musket ball and a letter clutched in my hand, and I told you that my dying wish was to have someone read that letter to me so I would know I died for something important, and you open it up to find a single large illustrated diagram of an onion, would you tell me what it was? What would you say? No, this one's actually quite creative. What the actual hell possessed you to say this? Locked out of your apartment because your friend dropped your keys in a storm drain even though you specifically told them to empty their pockets before attempting the cartwheel? Wait for the locksmith at Denny's. We're open 24/7. I'm sorry, there are no Denny's left in the Colorado Springs area. My brother used to think that a man sat under the escalators and operated them. He also thought that man's name was James and that was his real dad, not our dad. So every time we passed the escalators at the mall, my brother would scream at our dad, "You're not my real dad, James is my real dad." What the fuck? I don't know, I used to think monkeys operated those little conveyor belts at the grocery store. Kids are stupid, man. 4:05 p.m. POV. It's a cold October Sunday. You're standing 5 inches away from the screen after your favorite team just got spanked 42-14 after telling the guys hours before that this season's gonna be different. You lost all 3 parlays for the 1 p.m. games. Your phone's on D&D because they're giving you hell in the group chat, and you have 3 assignments due at 11:59. Well, I don't know about the assignments, and who am I kidding? I don't relate to any of it, man. The best dynamic for a group of characters. Every single one of them is the weirdest person you'll ever meet, but in wildly different ways. Every time you think you've identified the normal one, they casually reveal that they don't think birds exist, or they fistfight grizzly bears on the weekends, or they collect human skulls. And you realize again that none of these people are remotely normal. Also, they're found family. Yep, That's it. I mean, seriously, think about it. Truly sit down and try and analyze each individual TF2 character. They're all completely psychotic, but they work perfectly together. My grandpa's always like, in my day, the only Puss in Boots we had was Trenchfoot, and that's why I keep stealing his pills. What? You'll be friends with the cutest bisexual manic pixie cottagecore femme on Facebook, and the second you meet someone who knows them IRL, it's, oh, they actually stole $5,000 from me and killed my dog and got me evicted from my house. Madison, do you have something you'd like to tell us? If an old dude ever gives you advice while peeling an apple with a pocket knife and eating pieces of it right off the blade, you should probably take it. Look, this is the one time I will 100% agree you should take that person's advice without a second thought. Well, definitely the coolest part about Twitter is the fact you can say something creative and get 1,000 likes, and then some nerd will screenshot it and post it to Reddit to get 45,000 upvotes, thus getting more internet points than you. Well, it's not taking off much more than the original tweet, but I see what's going on. Your phone when you say you want to buy something. Sometimes I don't even say it. I just think about a product and it pops up. No, what's most likely going on is you forgot you looked something up earlier. When I found out they had fired Rachel, I just had to start going back here again, which I'll do every chance I get. Anyone who is smart enough to fire Rachel most definitely deserves my money. My prior experiences here were ruined by Rachel, but now that she's gone, I think I'm going to be bringing my very large family here for all major holidays. I'm not sure if they cater, but I'm gonna recommend that my employer check it out. Hope the door didn't hit Rachel on the way out. God damn, Rachel, what the hell did you do? Me? Has anyone seen my bike? I swear I locked it up on this bike rack before I went inside. Conspicuously bike-shaped throat jack. Nope, no bikes. Not that I've seen around here lately, and certainly none that looked mighty appetizing. No siree. Excuse me? What the hell is this? Say something nice about the UK. Of all the places I've ever been that served potatoes with Chinese food, it was the rainiest. You know, the 3 weeks I was there at the end of 2020, I must say, really wasn't all that rainy. I think it rained once. I mean, it was cloudy, sure, but it only rained once. If you're laid up with your girl in a 41 to 135 degree room and she starts multiplying rapidly, that is a foodborne pathogen. Stay woke. Look, I'm doing my best, dude, alright? When you're at your boss's for dinner and your steak is too rare, so when he's not looking, you throw it out the window, but the window isn't open? Well, it sounds like you should have double freaking checked. Huh? Come on, think about it. Short girls are annoying, especially ones that aggressively stalk your boyfriend and ruin your relationship and get pregnant with your partner of 8 years. Not a fan. I think I can safely say I wouldn't be a fan either. Hypothetically, let's say I've been making a mutant creature in my basement and it escaped. What are the legal consequences? So let's say hypothetically I used to live in a small town in rural Montana and had a laboratory. Let's also say hypothetically I was trying to crossbreed chimpanzee and chicken DNA, and just maybe in my hypothetical scenario, let's say I might have got out into the wild, or rather it might have got out into the wild and evolved to reproduce asexually and has started to feed on humans. Now, let's also say hypothetically, of course, it's bulletproof and has a healing factor and can only be killed with fire. Even more hypothetically, let's say the FBI has shut down and it's not letting any traffic or media coverage in this part of Montana and is doing everything they can to figure out what's going on. What would be the hypothetical legal consequences of this? What in the actual shit did you do? And furthermore, I don't think there are any laws on the books for creating impenetrable monkey, whatever the hell this thing is. What is it, you said chimpanzee and chicken? Yeah, I don't think there's any ramifications for this, Dr. Mephisto. You know, the guy from South Park? Wait a minute, is this a 7-assed monkey chicken? Some of y'all have never gone to make a happy birthday card and thought, I don't need to trace it, I know how big letters should be, and begun with a big-ass H followed by a big-ass A and, oh no. Okay, oh god, okay, alright. Real skinny P with a high hump, and then we'll put the second P below the hump of the first P, sort of like a motorcycle sidecar situation. And now you have no room for the Y, so you kind of do a curled up noodle. Block letters and cursive look good together. And then you go to write birthday and you totally forget the lesson you just learned with happy, and you're like, yeah, the past is in the past. Big ass B. Surely more letters will fit in the same space, and it really shows. This may be the most specific goddamn thing yet. I can look past most of your flaws. Emotionally distant? Okay. Slight drinking problem? Fine. Killed a man once due to circumstances you can't talk about? Whatever. But saying, I seen instead of I saw is just something I will not tolerate. Look, ride or die. Me on February 12th, 1987, 3:47 a.m. when I finally catch up to the woman I'd been chasing all night and corner her in an alley, and she pulls out a 1911 in her trembling hands and empties the entire mag into my chest cavity, so I stare into her eyes as I die so she can watch the light fade from my eyes to mentally scar her forever. I was trying to tell her she dropped her wallet. You've got problems, my seriously weird friend. Capitalism gets a lot of shit for being evil, and not enough for being sad. Seeing a sweaty, bald manager try to fire up a sales team of dead-eyed guys in cheap suits with a PowerPoint presentation that includes Anchorman clips and quotes from golfers changes you. Oh, that's true, isn't it? Reminds me of the short stint I had at Walmart. Never again, ever, will I stoop so low as to be a part of a fucking cheer. No, getting $8 an hour to have to cheer. No, that's seriously pathetic, and y'all companies need to stop doing that to people. They're fucking adults, not your children. Stop being gross. As a matter of fact, you know what? Don't do that to your children either. It's just gross all around. Knock it off. Did your high school take drunk driving so seriously they staged a biannual car accident with actual students, so you had to watch at least one of your friends die while one kid had to go to fake court and feel what it was like to listen to parents of people they killed, or are you normal? No, wow, we never had that. We just had people come and talk to us who had their children die in drunk driving accidents. What the fuck? You are really gorgeous. I would deadass fight 3 mountain lions in a McDonald's handicap bathroom stall with my hands tied behind my back, and my only weapon is a shake weight glued to my forehead just to get a chance to know you and take you out. I mean, geez, I'm not that special, man. Guys, I'm in deep shit. My mom said I'm not allowed to eat pickles in my room anymore, but she wasn't home, so I had them on the shelf by my bed, and my cat knocked the jar over. How do I clean this? She's home in 2 hours. I can't believe you broke your mother's trust. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? When I'm looking through his comments and see a 5'4" Asian with an hourglass shape, a wolf cut, perfect eyeliner, black mask, glasses combo, French tip nails, wearing a crop top and low-rise jeans with a baggy jacket and Converse, comment L post, and he replies, shut the fuck up, that's why you're short. Maybe you should have slowed down about 20 minutes ago there. How important do you have to have been to be assassinated instead of murdered? That is a good question. Well, if the motivation is political, then it's assassination. Otherwise, it's murder. You cannot be assassinated by accident. If a jilted ex murders the Prince of Placeland, it's just a murder. If a jilted ex is also a member of a rival political faction, it may be assassination. If a jilted ex is driving home in tears, accidentally runs over the Prince of Placeland in the middle of the night and in a neighborhood where the streetlights are out because the prince's questionable infrastructure policy, it's manslaughter. Thanks, murder side of Tumblr. I do believe it's considered assassination if someone hires someone else to commit a murder on your behalf. I believe that's what we call a hit, an assassination, getting whacked. I mean, come on, it's not just political. Sometimes you just want to have someone killed but don't want to do it yourself, in which case it's just as illegal and you gonna get caught. It's just also a lot more expensive up front. Living in an age of the internet where an account with the username BrianFelt1989 is 100% a spam bot dedicated to harvesting porn and personalizing data, but BoobsMilker420 is a sign of a breathing human life who just posts updates about their home garden. God damn it, you're right. Can you be your own grandpa? Oh boy. Suppose you marry a widow who already has a grown-up daughter and your father marries the widow's grown-up daughter. Now, the widow's daughter becomes your mother. Since your mother's mother is your wife is also your grandmother. As the husband of your grandmother, you become your own grandpa. You know, I'd like to educate the audience today really quick. I don't know where you can watch this, but some of you need to go watch the cinematic masterpiece known as The Stupids. That is The Stupids, as in the family, alright? I need you all to go out and watch that right now, because boy oh boy, do they explain this better than anybody else in the world could. When you're playing Skyrim and your drunk mate comes out as bisexual and proposes a 3-way to you and your girlfriend, what the f is going on in that room? Other than Skyrim, that is. Would a human body kept around 60 degrees Fahrenheit be able to decay into soil with the lack of worms and the only insect being maggots and some fungi? My guy, you're going about this the wrong way. Don't go to the internet. Girl in sweats. I'm a girl and I don't need expensive gifts to make me feel happy. I just want pizza. I love food. Sorry, I know I'm weird. Girls wear makeup and I'm just in sweatpants and messy hair like OMG. Right now girls are partying and I'm home with a good book getting stabbed. 911 operator. Okay. Any girl that likes Hello Kitty will cheat on you and steal all of your money and f your best friend and then lie to your face about it even though you have proof. Really? Are you sure? Wife, strained relationship. Okay. How would you hide the body of a 165-pound, 78-year-old white male who's approximately 6 feet tall? Vertically, 6 feet underground. I don't know, I haven't really thought about how I would get rid of a body. What are some real but crazy facts that could save your life? When facing Mongolian horse archers, your best tactic is defense, specifically Tetsudo formation, substituting for long spear over the normal short to hold back a potential charge, with crossbows in rank. Crossbows will need to be notched up to ranges that can be called out from the incoming angle. Upper shields will lift a gap to allow firing bolts and then close for reload. Extra padding should be added to the shields in case of flammable liquids being thrown or fired on formation. Thanks, Sun Tzu. If a woman is walking in front of you alone at night, what do you do to let her know you're not going to try anything? If this stuff doesn't happen too much for you, do you have any advice? These situations happen all the time, and women subtly look backwards at me and quickly look forward and walk faster. I feel like when this happens. How can I prove I'm a good guy? I don't want to bludgeon anyone and eat them and tickle their severed feet. Most people don't want to do that. What can I do? You know, all jokes aside, I hate going on walks now for this exact reason. I feel like everyone thinks I'm gonna murder them, and I'm not even, look, I'm goofy looking, but I'm not scary looking, okay? Here's my light bulb that's controlled by my voice. That's my little robot that hoovers the floor. This is my watch that measures every aspect of my health and gives me daily reports. Here's the brush full of human shit we just leave behind the toilet and never talk about. Right. Well, we did invent a workaround for that creates significantly more waste to throw into landfills in the f***ing ocean. Which one would you prefer? Oh, the easier one, right? In the Toy Story movies, Andy's mom never remarries. This is a subtle nod to how Andy and his mom were better off without a stepdad, just like how my mom and I are better off without Trevor. Stop dating my mom, Trevor, you stupid Bruh, what do you do if 7 human-sized cockroaches came into your house at 3 a.m. to clear your whole home? Do the laundry and dishes, give you a haircut, $1 million, and new clothes and shoes, then they tuck you into bed and give you a kiss on the forehead. Did that happen to you? Dating people IRL always turns into a game of how much furry shit I talk about before they either admit they're a furry or accuse me of being a furry. That happened to me, but with ponies. And other stuff, but that's not what we're here to talk about.